Ready?
You ready?
Madam Clerk, you ready?
Yes. Mayor.
Sassy? Everybody, please stand for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk,
Thank you, Mayor. Board of Commissioners, public meeting.
I think your mic's off.
I'm going to start over. Okay, the time is 7:07. Can you hear me? Okay. Board of Commissioners, public meeting Tuesday, April 4th, 2023. The time is 7:07. Pursuant to the requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, notice of this meeting was published in the December 8th, 2022 issues of the Nutley Sun, the Herald News, and the Star Ledger. A copy of this notice has been posted on the Nutley Town Hall Bulletin Board, and a copy is on file in the municipal clerk's office. Commissioner Kelly.
Present.
Commissioner Evans.
Here.
Commissioner Petracco is absent excused this evening. Commissioner Tucci.
here.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Here.
All present, Mayor, except for Commissioner Petracco. He is absent excused.
Minutes.
We have Board of Commissioner meeting minutes for March 7th, 2023.
Move them.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Communications, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. The VFW has submitted 2 social affair applications for the following events to be held at 271 Washington Avenue. The first one is a cabaret night scheduled for Friday, April 21st, 2023, from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. with a rain date of Saturday, April 22nd, 2023. And the second one is a murder mystery dinner and show scheduled for Saturday, May 20th, 2023, from 3 p.m. to 1 p.m. I need a motion.
Move it.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
That's it for communications.
Reports, I have monthly progress reports from the Department of Public Works. Let's move on to bills.
Thank you, Mayor. Bill list for April 4th, 2023. Public Affairs, $79,327.33. Revenue and Finance, $3,952,272.13. Public Safety, $98,727.24. Public Works, $96,584.47. Parks and Public Property, $1,320,604.71. Payroll as of March 17, 2023, regular payroll total, $914,038.27. Overtime payroll total, $68,856.98. Total payroll, $982,895.25. For a grand total of $6,643,583.18.
Move the bills.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
That's it for bills, Mayor.
Public comments on agenda items only. Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Mayor. All persons addressing the Board of Commissioners regarding community concerns should approach the microphone and provide their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the board, each person shall limit their address to 3 minutes. All remarks to the board and its individual members must be addressed to the mayor. The mayor may defer citizens' comments to the appropriate member of the board.
Anybody like to address the Board of Commissioners on agenda items only? Seeing none, Board of Commissioner announcements. Commissioners?
Nothing for me, Mayor.
I'm good, Mayor. Commissioner Kelly?
Nothing from me. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to ordinance introductions. Commissioner Evans.
Thank you, Mayor. I have an ordinance, which is one we do every year at the time of the budget introduction. It's to establish a cap bank pursuant to New Jersey statutes NJSA 48:4-45.14. For the calendar year 2023, ordinance number 3512, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits to establish the cap bank. I move that this ordinance be passed to a second reading and advertised in the Nutley Sun together with the notice required by law and that further consideration of said ordinance for final passage by the Board of Commissioners be held at its second reading on May 2nd. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Petracca, Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
The next ordinance introduction is for both myself and for Commissioner Tucci. This ordinance deals with technology infrastructure improvements that are critical to protecting our firewall, as well as ensuring that we have all of our licenses in place. Commissioner Tucci, would you want to add anything further?
No, I think you summed it up very well, Commissioner. Thank you.
There you go. Ordinance number 3513, ordinance providing for technology infrastructure improvements and related services in and by the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, appropriating $134,000. I move that this ordinance be passed to a second reading and advertised in the Nutley Sun together with a notice required by law, and that further consideration of said ordinance for final passage by the Board of Commissioners be held at its second reading on May 2nd, 2023. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Yeah.
We have a public hearing tonight. Commissioner Petracca is not here, but it's ordinance number 3511. An ordinance of the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in the County of Essex dissolving the Nutley Volunteer Emergency and Rescue Squad and repealing Part 1 Administrative Legislative Chapter 60 First Aid Squad of the Township Code. To open the public hearing, anybody like to be heard on ordinance number 3511? Have a motion to close the public hearing?
So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Motion to pass the ordinance?
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Let's move on to resolutions. Commissioner Evans, can you take Commissioner Petracca's first two resolutions, and Commissioner Tucci, can you take the last two?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Thank you. Commissioner Kelly.
Got off easy tonight, Mayor. Thank you. I have two on for this evening. The first one is resolution number 9823. This is to honor Holocaust remembrance. Whereas the Holocaust was state-sponsored systemic persecution and annihilation of the European Jewry by Nazi Germany and its collaborators between 1933 and 1945, 6 million were murdered. Roma gypsies, people with disabilities, and Poles were also targeted for destruction and decimation for racial, ethnic, or national reasons. And millions more, including homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, Soviet prisoners of war, and political dissidents, also suffered grievous oppression and death under Nazi tyranny. Whereas the history of the Holocaust offers an opportunity to reflect on the moral responsibilities of individuals, societies, and governments. Whereas we, the people of Nutley, should always remember the terrible events of the Holocaust and remain vigilant against hatred, persecution, and tyranny. Whereas we, the people of Nutley, should actively rededicate ourselves to the principles of individual freedom in a just society. Whereas the days of remembrance have been set aside for the people of Nutley to remember the victims of the Holocaust, as well as to reflect on the need for respect of all peoples. Now, therefore, it be resolved that by the Board of Commissioners in the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, recognize the evening of Monday, April 17th through the evening of Tuesday, April 18th, 2023, the Day of Remembrance of the Victims of the Holocaust, also known as Yom HaShoah, in honor of the survivors as well as the rescuers and liberators, and further resolve that we as citizens of Nutley should work to promote human dignity and confront hate whenever and wherever it occurs. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
The second one I have on for this evening is 9923. It's for Public Health Week, which is currently ongoing and started yesterday, April 3rd. Whereas the week of April 3rd to the 9th of 2023 is National Public Health Week, and the theme is centering and celebrating cultures and health as per the American Public Health Association. Whereas the public health is the practice of preventing disease and promoting good health within groups of people from small communities to entire countries. Whereas rather than being a single discipline, public health includes professionals from many fields with the common purpose of protecting the health of a population. These fields include emergency responders, restaurant inspectors, health educators, public policy makers, public health physicians, public health nurses, social workers, epidemiologists, nutritionists, medical and dental health practitioners. Whereas public health professionals help communities prevent, prepare for, withstand, and recover from the impact of a full range of health threats, including disease outbreaks such as measles, natural disasters, and disasters caused by human activity. We saw this on display most recently with the COVID outbreak of 2020. Whereas healthy children become healthy adults, healthy kids attend school more often and perform better overall. Whereas during each day of National Public Health Week, the focus is placed on a particular public health topic. These areas are critical to our future success in creating the healthiest nation, and everyone can do their part to help. Monday, community; Tuesday, violence prevention; Wednesday, reproductive and sexual health; Thursday, mental health; Friday, rural health; Saturday, healthy accessibility; and Sunday, food and nutrition. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Commissioners in the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, recognize April 3rd to 9th, 2023 as National Public Health Week. Be it further resolved that the Nutley Health Department encourages all residents to utilize the many innovative, important, and pertinent health initiatives offered by the department to enhance and promote a healthy quality of life. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Commissioner Evans?
Thank you, Mayor. Tonight, I have to introduce our municipal budget. This is an introduction, and we've reached the statutory deadline where we have to actually have an introduction to avoid any loss of our municipal aid. My overall sense is that the budget that we're going to introduce is in no way final. We have more work that will need to be done between now and May 2nd when we have the public hearing. So I'd expect this to be adjusted further. But as of tonight, the budget as it's being introduced calls for an amount to be raised from taxpayers, including the library, of $44,941,153. This reflects an increase of $2.3 million in costs, which is partially offset by an increase in revenues. So the overall increase in total is about $4.1 million. What this means is our new assessed value for our homes. The average residential home is now $496,801, which is a $170,861 increase over the previous amount of $325,000 roughly. Right now, the average municipal tax on a residential property for 2023 would be $4,438, which would reflect a $227 increase to the average taxpayer for the coming year based upon this introduction. This is an amount that I believe we as a Board of Commissioners have to do more work on in order to get to a better outcome, which I believe the board is aligned on doing between now and then. So with the introduction, I move that the municipal budget of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex for the fiscal year 2023 be resolved that the following statements of revenues and appropriations shall constitute the municipal budget for 2023. Be it further resolved that said budget be published in the Nutley Sun in the issue of April 13th, 2023. The governing body of the Township of Nutley does hereby approve the following budget for 2023. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Just a final note on the budget in that a copy of the budget document, which is quite thick, will be on display at the Nutley Public Library as well as in the municipal clerk's office, and it will be posted on the website tomorrow morning. Okay. There we go. Too many papers. I have too much memory. So with that, while we have an introduction, we still need to continue to operate under a temporary budget authorization. So my first resolution is to continue the operation of the budget for the operating account. Whereas the total emergency temporary resolution adopted in the year 2023 pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 96 PL 1951, including this resolution, total $17,850,702.85. Now therefore be it resolved that in accordance with NJSA 48:4.20, one, the emergency temporary appropriation be and the same are hereby made for the total amount of $17,850,702.85. That said, emergency temporary appropriation will be provided for in the 2023 budget for all of the accounts listed in this resolution. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
The same holds true for the 23 water utility budget. So whereas the total emergency temporary resolution adopted in the year 2023 pursuant to the provisions of Chapter 96 PL 1951, including this resolution, total $1,227,363. Now therefore be resolved that in accordance with NJSA 48:4.20, the emergency temporary appropriation being the same are hereby made for the total amount of $1,227,363. That said emergency appropriation will be included in the 23 water utility budget for the accounts that are listed in the resolution. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Whereas Sylvia Appel, owner of 356 High Street, passed away on October 21, 2021, with no known heirs and without a last will and testament. Per New Jersey state law, all assets from her estate passed to the state of New Jersey, therefore leaving the state as the holder of the title of her former residence. Whereas New Jersey statutes 54:4-3.30 provides that the state of New Jersey is exempt from all local property taxation. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that Block 2503, Lot 39, also known as 356 High Street, be granted full exemption from the payment of property taxes until the title of the property is transferred into private ownership. Be it further resolved that the treasurer is hereby authorized to cancel the outstanding property taxes and interest billing of $13,236.51, which have accrued since the date of death. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Okay. I'm going to continue, Mayor, with the first two of Commissioner Petracco.
Thank you, Commissioner.
The Township of Nutley has a continued need to acquire the service of grant and administrative professional service for seeking disaster appropriations pursuant to a non-fair and open contract pursuant to the provisions of NJSA 19:44A 20.5. And whereas the firm of Millennium Strategies located at 60 Columbia Road, Building V, Suite 230, Morristown, New Jersey, has the necessary experience and expertise as to pursue these reimbursements through grant and administrative professional services seeking disaster appropriations, whereas the Township of Nutley may be entitled to reimbursement of funds from disaster recovery administrative services, whereas the township seeks to enter into a contract for the year 2023 with Millennium Strategies to act as their consultant at a blended hourly rate of $180 per hour, not to exceed $25,000. And whereas the term of this contract is for 12 months, beginning January 1st, 2023 through December 31st, 2023, whereas Millennium Strategies has completed and submitted the business entity disclosure certifications, which certify that said corporation has not made any reportable contributions to a political or candidate committee in the Township of Nutley in the previous 1 year, and that the contract will prohibit their partners from making any reportable contributions through the term of the contract, whereas the funds are available as follows: $18,450 from account G 04172-407 and $6,550 from G 04172-408. 173-404 and have been certified by the Chief Financial Officer, said certification being attached to this resolution. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, that contract be entered into between the Township of Nutley and Millennium Strategies for grants and administrative professional services for seeking disaster appropriations for an amount not to exceed $25,000. So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Whereas distracted driving is a serious life-threatening practice that is preventable, whereas distracted driving can result in injuries and death to all road users, whereas distracted driving occurs when drivers divert their attention away from the task of driving to focus on another activity instead. Whereas in 2021 alone, distracted driving related crashes resulted in 3,522 deaths and over 400,000 injuries on our nation's road. Whereas New Jersey distracted driving was listed as a contributing circumstance in over 49% of all motor vehicle crashes in 2021. Whereas the state of New Jersey will participate in the nationwide distracted driving 2023 crackdown from April 1 to April 30th in an effort to raise awareness and decrease driver distraction through a combination of enforcement and education. Whereas the national slogan for the campaign is "You drive, you text, you pay." Whereas a reduction in distracted driving in New Jersey will save lives on our roadways. Now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the Township of Nutley declares its support for distracted driving 2023 crackdown both locally and nationally from April 1 through April 30th, 2023, and pledges to increase awareness of the dangers of distracted driving. So move.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner Tucci?
Yes, Mayor. Whereas the Township of Nutley and Firefighters Mutual Benevolent Association, locals number 44 and 44A, collectively the FMBA, are currently parties to a collective bargaining agreement. And whereas the collective bargaining agreements between the Township and FMBA contain no provisions or terms establishing a rate of compensation or procedures for outside assignments. And whereas the Township and the FMBA desire to establish an outside assignment compensation rate for FMBA members who render township approved firefighting, fire watch, or EMS services for or on behalf of other local government entities or outside vendors or entities. And whereas the Township and the FMBA have conducted negotiations in good faith and mutually desire to enter into sidebar agreement, which is attached here too as Exhibit A, to establish procedures and a rate of compensation governing outside assignments. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the Township hereby approves of and authorizes the agreement with the FMBA to establish procedures and a rate of compensation governing outside assignments. Be it further resolved that the Commissioner of Public Safety is hereby authorized to sign and execute the agreement on behalf of the Township. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Whereas the Nutley Board of Education desires to provide affordable transportation and emergency medical services to certain students, and whereas the Township of Nutley has the means of effectively providing the aforementioned services to meet the board's needs, and whereas the Township and the board have considered this subject and agree that it makes financial and geographical sense for the parties hereto to enter into a shared service agreement whereby the Township shall provide transportation and or emergency medical services to certain students on behalf of the board. And whereas the Uniform Shared Services and Consolidation Act, NJSA 40A:65A, permits and provides for a mechanism for contracting between local government units by entry into a shared services agreement. And whereas the Township has carefully considered the shared services agreement, which is attached here to as Exhibit A, and has concluded that the Township and the board's mutual public purposes and best interest will be promoted by the execution and delivery of this agreement pursuant to the powers conferred by the Uniform Shared Services and Consolidation Act. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley, County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the Township hereby approves of and authorizes the agreement with the Nutley Board of Education to provide transportation and or emergency medical services. And be it further resolved that the Commissioner of Public Safety is hereby authorized to sign and execute the agreement on behalf of the Township. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Mayor, I'll now read my resolutions. State of New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection's Green Acres Program Enabling Resolution. Whereas in New Jersey DEP, Green Acres Program provides loans and or grants to municipal and county governments and grants to nonprofit organizations for assistance in the acquisition and development of lands for outdoor recreation and conservation purposes. And whereas the Township of Nutley desires to further the public interest by obtaining a grant of $548,370 and a loan of $182,790 from the state to fund the following projects. Project number 00716190077, Demuro Park Park Improvements. Now therefore be resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Township of Nutley County of Essex State of New Jersey, that Commissioner Mauro Tucci or the successor to the office of Commissioner of Parks and Public Property is hereby authorized to A, make application for such a loan or grant, B, provide additional application information and furnish such documents as may be required. C, act as the authorized correspondent of the above named applicant. And whereas the state shall determine if the application is complete and in conformance with the scope and intent of the Green Acres program and notify the applicant of the amount of the funding award. And whereas the applicant is willing to use the state's funds in accordance with such rules, regulations, and applicable statutes and is willing to enter into an agreement with the state for the above named project. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners, Township of Nutley County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that one, the mayor is hereby authorized to execute an agreement and any amendment thereto with the state known as Demuro Park Improvements. Two, the applicant has its matching share of the project if a match is required in the amount of $0. Three, in the event the state's funds are less than the total project cost specified above, the applicant has the balance of funding necessary to complete the project. And four, the applicant agrees to comply with all applicable federal, state, and local laws, rules, and regulations in its performance of the project. Five, the resolution shall take effect immediately. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
Whereas the township has a need for internet and long distance phone service, and whereas NJSA 48:11-5F permits the award of a contract without bidding for the supply of any service which is a public utility subject to the jurisdiction of the BPU. And whereas the Director of Parks and Public Property, Office of Information Technology, has determined and certified in writing that the value of the aggregate services provided by the vendor for the year will exceed $17,500. And whereas the proposal from Monmouth Internet Corp. doing business as Monmouth Telecom, 10 Doctors James Parker Boulevard, Suite 1, Red Bank, New Jersey, has submitted a proposal in the amount of $1,980 per month, reflecting a cost savings of $15,600 per year. And whereas Monmouth Telecom has completed and submitted a business entity disclosure certification, which certifies that they have not made any reportable contributions to a political or candidate committee in the Township of Nutley in the previous 1 year, and that the contract will prohibit them from making any reportable contributions through the term of the contract. And whereas funds are available from account number 3-01-510-237 and have been certified by the Chief Financial Officer, said certification being attached to this resolution. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Commissioners of Township of Nutley authorizes the mayor and the municipal clerk to enter into a 3-year contract as of May 1, 2023 with Monmouth Telecom for the provision of internet and long distance phone service. Be it further resolved that the business disclosure entity certification and the determination of value be placed on file with this resolution. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Commissioner. Whereas raffle applications have been received from the following organizations: Rotary Club of Nutley, license number 2723, on premises 50/50 cash raffle to be held Saturday, May 20th, 2023. Whereas the applications have been reviewed and approved by the municipal clerk and the police department, now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners, Township of Nutley County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the aforementioned licenses are hereby approved and municipal clerk is authorized to issue said license. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. Be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners, Township of Nutley County of Essex, State of New Jersey, that the township clerk is hereby authorized to advertise for sealed bids for the 2023 CDBG Ravine Avenue roadway improvement project in the Township of Nutley to be received on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the Commission Chambers, Township Hall, 1 Kennedy Drive, Nutley, New Jersey, on Wednesday, April 26, 2023 at 11 a.m. prevailing time, at which time they will be open and ready. I move the resolution.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly,
Aye.
Commissioner Evans,
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci,
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. That concludes the business portion of our meeting. Madam Clerk?
Thank you, Mayor. All persons addressing the Board of Commissioners regarding community concerns should approach the microphone and provide their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the board, each person shall limit their address to 5 minutes. All remarks of the board and its individual members must be addressed to the mayor. The mayor may defer citizens' comments to the appropriate member of the board.
Does anybody wish to address the Board of Commissioners this evening?
Joan Rubino, 48 North Road. You all passed the resolution that Commissioner Kelly presented tonight about the public health. It says public health professionals help communities prevent, prepare for, withstand, and recover from the impact of a full range of health threats. After considering the information about the smart meters, would you consider the smart meters a health threat to the citizens of Nutley?
I have that information out to our health professionals, and they're currently working on a memorandum for me to review. And I should be expecting that memorandum imminently. And as soon as I get it, I'll review it and I'll share the results of that memo with the town.
Very good. Also, you said that the public service, they're going to come. I don't know when, but how will you inform the citizens of Nutley that there will be such a meeting?
We'll put it out there when we get the confirmation of what meeting they're attending, Mrs. Rubino.
And would that be with the, I don't know what you call it, the bulletin that?
Yeah, we can put out an alert.
Right. And my point would be, would you give the people a synopsis of what to expect, like the pros and cons, so that they, if anybody is interested, they'll be prepared to ask a question or, have a discussion?
We'll review that with council and see how we're going to address that.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else wish to address the Board of Commissioners this evening?
Mayor, I
Commissioner
do.
Tucci?
I'm sorry, I do have a couple of announcements. First is on this Thursday, as soon as it gets dark, we will be holding our flashlight Easter egg hunt at Reinheimer Park. It's a great time. I encourage everyone to come out and participate. And on Saturday, in addition to the opening days for both the East Little League and the American Little League, we will be holding our extravaganza Easter program in Memorial Park, and that will begin at 10 a.m. Thank you, Mayor.
It's going to be busy, Commissioner.
Busy day.
And Mayor, just one thing, I just got a text. Silas Mountsier is celebrating his 95th birthday on Sunday, so I just want to wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Anybody else wish to address the Board of Commissioners? Seeing none, we need a motion to go into executive. Mr. Bruno for
Contract negotiations, personnel, and litigation.
Madam Clerk.
I need a motion.
Move it.
Second.
Thank you. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from meeting in certain circumstances. And whereas the public body is of the opinion that such circumstances recently exist. And whereas the Board of Commissioners of the Township desires to proceed to close executive session. And now therefore be resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the Township of Nutley in the County of Essex and State of New Jersey as follows. The public shall be excluded from discussions of the hereinafter specified subject matters. The general nature of the subject matters to be discussed are litigation, contract negotiations, and personnel. It is anticipated at this time that the above stated subject matters will be ratified during the public meeting to follow or as soon thereafter as the reason or discussion the matters in executive session no longer exist. This resolution shall take effect immediately. Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye. There'll be no further business, so can I have a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
Second.
Commissioner Kelly.
Aye.
Commissioner Evans.
Aye.
Commissioner Tucci.
Aye.
Mayor Scarpelli.
Aye.
And the time is now 7:40.
Good night, everybody.
Good day.